Welcome back everyone. Hi, if you're new, my name is Tori and today I'm going to share with you guys my reading plans for Space Opera September, as well as the books that I want to get to kind of outside of the readathon this month. If you're unfamiliar, Space Opera September is a month-long readathon that is hosted by Thomas from SFF 180, so I will leave a link to his channel in the box below, as well as his video just detailing everything you need to know about Space Opera September because it's such a fun readathon and there are just so many cool challenges and rankings. So last year I had such a great time with it, but this year September is just, I already know it's going to be a really crazy month for me, so I'm just going to take reading pretty smoothly this month. I'm not going to go for all the challenges like I tried to do last year. I'm just going to kind of play it by ear this month and see what happens. But I do have a really great stack of books here and yeah, I'm excited to share them with you, so let's get into it. There are different tracks that you can pursue for the readathon. There's the Federation track, and then there's also the Rebel track, which I'll get into a bit later. And then there are 4 different challenges. So the first challenge is to read a space opera novella, and for this I'm going to be reading Home by Binti. I'm going to be reading Home by Nnedi Okorafor, which is the second book in the Binti trilogy. Oh my goodness. I'm so tired. I stayed up till like 2 o'clock this morning playing Ghost of Tsushima. I am pooped. So I'm going to be reading Home. So this is the sequel to Binti, and I just mentioned this in my most recent video. I really enjoyed this. So in Binti, we have our main character get this opportunity to study at this really great, prestigious university across the galaxy. And on her way there, she encounters this alien race and just really has to learn how to navigate their culture and just everything. And so Home takes place a year after those events. And Binti is now deemed a hero for the way that she handled herself with this alien race. And so now, kind of with that new and really esteemed status, she takes that reputation and she's going back home. So that's all I know about that. I'm really looking forward to continuing on with this. And if it's anything like the first one, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love it. And then for the second challenge, there's challenge 2A and challenge 2B. And challenge 2A is to read 2 space operas written by women. And this is the challenge that I won't be completing. Even though I won't complete the entire challenge, for half of the challenge, I'm going to be reading The Space Between Worlds, and this is by Micaiah Johnson. And I'm actually not even 100% sure if this is classified as a space opera. This takes place in a world where multiverse travel is now a thing. The only catch is you cannot travel to a world where your counterpart is still alive in that world. So our main character, she has died in like over 300 worlds. That's not funny. Why am I laughing? She's died in over 300 worlds. And so she's basically a prime candidate for multiverse travel. And that is all I know about that so far. It just sounds like things really blow up from there. And yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this. But like I said, I'm not sure if this is like space opera in the traditional sense or if it just takes place in different worlds and not necessarily like up in space. I don't know. We'll see where it goes, but I'm looking forward to this either way. And then challenge 2B is to read a space opera that was written by a diverse author and which features diverse protagonists and side characters. So I am going to be reading Home by Nnedi Okorafor, so if I wanted to, theoretically, I could rank up along the Rebel track, which is what I did last year, and it was so much fun. So I'm not sure which way I'm going to go yet, if I'm going to stay on the Federation track or go the Rebel route. So we'll see, but it's good to know that that is an option that I can pursue later on in the month if I want. And then challenge 3 is to read a space opera that was written before you were born, and this is another challenge that I'm going to be skipping. And then the 4th and final challenge is to read a space opera that is a tome, so 500 pages and above. And for this, I'm really excited for this. For this, I'm going to be reading Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, and this is his latest series, and I believe this is a young adult series. When I tell you guys, I have not heard a bad thing about this book. Like everything I've heard has just, it's been nothing but praise. So I cannot wait to get to this and finally see how, you know, how I fare with the book. In this, we're following our main character who has dreams of becoming a pilot and going to flight school and just finally taken to the stars. But her father, who was also a pilot, he has a really dicey reputation because he has been labeled as a deserter. And so that unfortunate reputation kind of gets put onto our main character and is really hindering her from becoming the pilot that she really wants to be. But something happens that really changes everything and just finally gives her the opportunity to, it sounds like, become the pilot that she has always wanted to be and really finally prove herself. So that is all I know about that. And like I said, I cannot wait to get to this because I've just heard glowing reviews since it has released, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Now I have 2 books that I want to read outside of Space Opera September, and this one is a priority. It is my #1 priority for the month of September, and that is The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. I finished The Poppy War last month. I cannot wait to talk to you guys about that book. My wrap-up should go up like Tuesday, maybe Wednesday of next week. I haven't filmed it yet, but it should go up somewhere around that time. And all I can say right now is The Poppy War was incredible. All the great things you've been hearing about it, all the hype, it completely blew me away. I cannot wait to share that book with you guys and give you all my thoughts. But The Dragon Republic is the sequel to that, and then the 3rd and final book is coming out later this year, and I'm getting right into this. Even though I have the Space Opera September books there, I actually might end up starting my month with The Dragon Republic because The Poppy War was amazing. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And then finally, the last book that I plan on reading in September is The Year of the Witching, and this is by Alexis Henderson. And it is so rare for me to, I mean, I read new releases, but it's rare for me to read them like right when they come out or even buy them on day 1 when they release. And I did it for this book because this has actually been on my radar for a while now, and I have been waiting for this book to come out. This has been described as dark and gothic and a feminist fantasy novel, and I can't wait to read it. So in this, we're following our main character whose very existence is just extremely controversial because her mother had a relationship with someone outside of their community, and so our main character has just really grown up as an outsider, even surrounded by her own people. So when she gets a little bit older, she ventures off into the forest behind her community, and it's there that she begins to learn more information about her mother, but also how her mother I don't know if her mother was a witch or if she was just kind of hanging out with witches. I don't actually know the details behind that, but our main character, it sounds like, might have some witch abilities or some gifts of her own. So I cannot wait to read this. This is just, I really hope this doesn't disappoint because I have been waiting to read this, and I've been in a really like kind of fantasy witch mood lately after I finished one book that I'm going to talk about in my wrap-up. So it should be really good, so I'm hoping I enjoy this. So that is it for me, you guys. Those are all the books I plan on reading in the month of September, and for Space Opera September as well. So let me know down in the comments if you all are participating in the readathon and what you're reading this month. I want to hear about it. And actually, I think this might be one of the last TBR videos I post for the rest of this year, because for some reason when we start moving into the later half of the year, my reading and my reading mood just gets so weird, and I just become so all over the place. I just end up like picking up one thing, putting it down, and just kind of grabbing everything. So I am kind of getting out of the space where I want to stick to a TBR for the month. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, right now I'm feeling a little fluid with my reading, and I'm excited to see how that goes. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.